Hi, welcome to the garden. Let's talk gardening. Let's look at the three basic principles I have behind this garden.
Principle 1, keep the ground covered as much as possible. Principle number 2, keep it planted as much as possible.
And principle number 3, disturb the soil as little as possible. It's that simple.
We've got peanuts and beets and herbs and tomatoes and squash all planted right here together. They all bring different elements. They all bring something different to the soil. Whether it's the depth of the roots, whether it's the pollinators they attract, whether it's the bugs they repel, it all has an effect on the garden.
And if you're going to do a small change, change the way you do things. If you're going to make a big change the way you see things. And I really change the way I see things. I don't feed the plants. My plants feed the soil, and the soil in return feeds the plants. It's a whole different way of looking at it, and that's one of the reasons we don't disturb the soil. The soil needs all those little tunnels. When you get out there with your tiller and you just tear that up, you tear up all that structure that's underneath the soil, and all the aggregates, the little structure that the microlife brings to it. That way it can absorb and hold more water. And that water is key to allowing those all that small life in the ground to move around quickly, to go where it needs to go right to the plant roots. And if you tear up all that infrastructure, it'll be hard to attract the life that you need to feed your plants. The elements to a successful garden are sun, carbon, and water. And the coolest chemical process anywhere, photosynthesis. That's where the sun uses a plant to break apart water. And that creates oxygen that we breathe. Then we breathe out carbon dioxide. Then the plant takes that carbon dioxide and makes carboniferous structures. It makes roots. It makes long-chain sugars, which it trades to the microlife. The microlife makes enzymes, which dissolves the minerals out of the soil, the sand, silt, and clay, which we've talked about a lot, and that's what feeds the plants. It's the coolest chemical reaction that there is. But mulching is one of the easiest things that you can do for your garden. And that, whether you got leaves, whether you got grass, whether you got straw, hay, wood chips, you just spread that out 4 inches thick or thicker, and it keeps the ground covered. It improves the soil. It feeds that life in the soil. And again, that life in the soil is what feeds your plants.
And don't forget your flowers. The more pollinators you can attract to your garden, the better your garden's going to be.
Excellent. Now, it may sound simple, but it is. Keep your garden covered, plant as much as you can plant, and dig as little as you have to. And it really is that simple. If you want to learn more about the deep mulch, click that link right there and I'll meet you right back in the garden. If you want to learn some more about the living soil, click that link right there and I'll meet you right back in the garden. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.